Greetings, everyone. Well, it's closer look time again here on the Multimedia Chronicles. Last week we took a look at my various editions of the 1980 Flash Gordon movie, the live-action movie. So this week is kind of a follow-up to that. I thought we'd take a look at my animated collections of Flash Gordon. So we have the 1979 Filmation series, and then the 1986, I think it was, animated series of Defenders of the Earth, which of course featured Flash and many other classic newspaper strip heroes. So that's what we're going to talk about and take a look at today on A Closer Look on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. So, the behind-the-scenes story of Flash Gordon is kind of interesting in that it's sort of connected to the live-action movie. So, back in the late 70s, Lou Scheimer, one of the main producers of Filmation, acquired the rights to produce a live-action movie for Flash Gordon as a made-for-TV movie. And he hired Samuel A. Peoples, notable screenwriter, to write the script for it. So the script was deemed to be unfilmable in live action, so they decided to do it as an animated film instead. So NBC, who had fronted the money for the film, didn't give them quite enough to finish it. So, seeking other options, Lou Scheimer turned to Dino De Laurentiis, who, coincidentally, was also interested in getting the rights to do a live-action Flash Gordon film. So they kind of collaborated. Dino put up the rest of the money for them to be able to finish the animated film, in return for which Lou Scheimer pulled some strings on his behalf to get the live-action rights for Dino De Laurentiis, which became the 1980 live-action movie that we all know and love. So, meanwhile, NBC took a look at the finished product of the animated film and was absolutely blown away by it. So they said, well, we'll greenlight a series. Rather than showing the movie, we'd like you to do it as a series. So they shelved the movie, and it was actually unseen, unaired for many, many years. It wasn't until, I think, 1982 that it finally got aired on television as a primetime movie. So when the footage was cut up into elements that were used in the show, a lot of it was completely cut out. The movie actually took place, it was kind of a period piece, took place back during World War II, and there's all this chaos going on with World War II. It shows how they meet up with Zarkov, some of Flash's friends get killed, and so forth. It's quite, an intense movie. And it's called Flash Gordon, The Greatest Adventure of Them All. Yeah, so for whatever reason, they decided, I guess, some of the content of the film was a little too violent for a Saturday morning cartoon, so they just kind of took some of the action-adventure stuff from Mongo and incorporated that into the series, and then, of course, expanded it quite heavily into a full-blown serial. The first season of Flash Gordon was actually serialized, much like the old movie serials that it was inspired by, which was unheard of at the time. So, in a lot of ways, this Flash Gordon cartoon broke a lot of ground for Filmation and kind of putting them on the map as a studio to watch. And it also, in kind of a roundabout way, helped the live-action movie get off the ground, too. So that's kind of cool. So, sadly, the movie version, The Greatest Adventure of All, and one of the reasons I mention it so much in the intro here, is not included in the complete series set. No idea why. I don't know. They talk about it in the extras quite a bit, but yeah, there's no sign of it on the set, and to my knowledge, it's never had any kind of official release. Oh, you can find DVDs out there, but they're all bootlegs. The good news is, though, the movie's pretty easy to find if you at least want to just be able to watch it. I was able to find it just poking around YouTube. So, so it's called Flash Gordon, The Greatest Adventure of All. So look for that, and it's about, an hour and a half long movie, and presents a very condensed story of Flash's adventures on Mongo. The series presents a much more expanded view. So when you go to watch the series, Chapter 1 of the serial just starts immediately with Flash, Dale, and Zarkov on Zarkov's rocket ship, landing on Mongo, like under attack as they land on Mongo, and the adventure begins. So all of the stuff leading up to that took place in World War II in the movie is gone. It's just been cut right out. It's just gone. But, so I think the movie serves as a much better origin story for how everything began than the series does. I was kind of surprised when I went back and watched the series and watched episode 1. I'm like, well, it just starts with them on the rocket ship. It doesn't give us any backstory, like how did they meet? How did they get on the rocket ship? You know, so it's kind of funny in that respect. That said, though, once the adventure gets rolling, I mean, it's great fun. And again, very rare to have a series serialized back in, 1979 when it originally aired. So, yeah. Anyway, let's head on down to the black table, and we'll take a look at the Flash Gordon set, as well as the 2 volumes of Defenders of the Earth. So here we go, the lovely BCI Eclipse complete series set of Flash Gordon, the Filmation animated series from 1979. It's got the logo on all the different sides there. Very nice. So essentially this is a big ass slipcover. Just slides out like that. And this is actually really nice if you look at the catch the glare here. Yeah, it's a combination of glossy and matte. BCI, especially their earlier releases, when they first got the Filmation library, they really went all out with the packaging, and this was one of the earlier releases they did. When is this from? 2006, so this is the second year that they were putting out Filmation titles. They, of course, started with the He-Man titles, and then here we go. So we just have an oversized case for all the discs, all the same artwork on it. And we just crack this sucker open. And there we go. So we got some inserts here. I'll just move these aside for the moment. So, got our disc art. We got Flash and Dale there. And we got... I've got to figure out which way these go. Okay, there's a specific way you want to pop them off the hubs. Otherwise, you might snap the discs in half. Don't do that. We got Zarkov and... Lion Dude. Sorry, it's been a while since I've watched it. I don't remember his name. King Thun, I think it was. Yeah. I'm sure if I get that wrong, one of you will correct me in the comments, because someone always corrects me in the comments when I get something wrong. And then we got Ming and Allura. And once again, make sure you take it out the right way. There we go. And, of course, Prince Baron and Voltan. It's interesting, when they were doing the casting for the 1980 Flash Gordon movie, Brian Blessed came in to audition for Voltan, and they had some pictures on the wall from the animated series, and he looked at the picture of Voltan and he's like, "Oh, how come you have a picture of me on the wall?" He was like, "Well, that's actually from the cartoon." But, I mean, come on. You take one look at Voltan in the cartoon, and you take one look at Brian Blessed, and he is Voltan incarnate. Like, absolutely serendipitous casting there. But I just find it funny that he saw the picture of Voltan on the wall and thought it was a drawing of him. He thought it was maybe like a production drawing or something. But, yeah, so very nice. And then here we've just got some ads for other BCI sets. And, oh, look, Defenders of the Earth is coming out. Yeah, this was a great time to be a cartoon fan, because BCI Eclipse went absolutely all out when they got these licenses. They were just cranking them out one after the other, to the point where they actually ran themselves out of business with more product than there actually turned out to be demand for. But boy, what products they put out. Really good stuff. And then we have, they are, of course, part of Media, or was it Funimation? Is this Funimation? Yeah, this is Funimation. Yeah, so I guess they were an offshoot of Funimation. So we got this lovely little Funimation catalog of stuff coming out in 2006. Just give you a quick look there for all the anime fans in the audience. I'm sure you'll recognize a lot of these shows. We've got some pretty popular ones here, like Basilisk, Full Metal Alchemist, Dragon Ball GT, Yu Yu Hakusho, Case Closed, which is, of course, Detective Conan, and stuff like that. Speedgrapher, Samurai 7. That's one I've been meaning to check out for a while. It's basically a anime version of the Seven Samurai. Dragon Ball Z, of course. And there we go. So, very cool. It's neat. It's one of the reasons I like to have these inserts with older releases, because they're little time capsules of all the stuff that was coming out at the time. You know, it was great. And then we actually do have a booklet with this, which gives you an episode guide. It's quite nice. And they have little descriptions for each episode. What's cool about Flash Gordon, especially for a Saturday morning show coming out in 1979, is they actually did it as a serial. So the first season, which was 16 episodes, is a 16-chapter serial, much like the old movie serials. How cool is that? So very, very nice and very different for a show to do that. The second season, however, they went for a more kind of standard Saturday morning format, where a single half-hour episode was split into 2 stories, and they introduced this flying, talking dragon, like mini dragon dude named Gremlin, as kind of a comic relief character, and it just isn't as good as the original season. I should mention also, some of you may be familiar with the Flash Gordon animated movie, basically a TV movie meant to be a feature-length pilot for the series, and it actually showed how Flash and Dale and Zarkov ended up on Mongo. In the TV series, they just show up on Mongo at the start of the first episode, and then there we go. So you'd think that the movie was just an edited version of the first 4 or 5 episodes, but it actually isn't. There's a lot of material in the show that was not in the movie, and there's a lot of material in the movie that was not in the show. I don't know why the movie wasn't included. That's like the one kind of annoying omission. You can find it online. You just look up Flash Gordon animated movie 1979 or whatever. You can find it, but it's just kind of irritating that we haven't had any kind of regular release. So next up, we got these lovely art cards. Let's just zoom in a little bit, shall we? There we go. So they got all these different comic book artists to do art cards to include as inserts in their sets. So this is the first of several. One of 6. So, 6, eh? Is there more Flash Gordon shows? Well, you just have to wait and see. Actually, you know where I'm going with this. Yes, the other 4 are in Defenders of the Earth. So, anyway, so this was by Frank Cho. Very nice. We get like a sketch version there and some information about him and the final artwork on the side there. And all very nice glossy finish there. And then we have number 2 of 6. This one here. Very nice. And this one is by Gene Ha. There we go. And once again, we have a sketch version and some information about him. So, very cool. This is a very, very nice edition. Now, let me just give you, actually here, what I'll do is here. So let's do this. Look at the beautiful slip box, flanked by the art cards. And I'll just read the extras to you off the back here. They really loaded up these sets with extras, all kinds of cool stuff. So, special features. We've got Blasting Off with Flash Gordon, a documentary featuring interviews with the creators and some historians. 3 episode-specific commentary tracks featuring executive producer Lou Scheimer, assistant animator Daryl McNeil, story editor and writer Tom Ruger, and writer Michael Reeves. Yeah, it's really cool. Lou Scheimer, of course, passed away a few years ago, but when they were doing these sets, he was very much alive and well, and they got him to do interviews for pretty much every single one of the Filmation DVD sets that they put out. It's very, very cool. He just had tons and tons of stories about the making of all these different shows. We've got an interactive storyboard to clip comparison of various stock action sequences, a gallery of original model sheets for the main heroes and villains. So you can probably see that model sheet of Vultan in there that Brian Blessed thought was of him. I mean, just look at that picture. Like, is that not look like an animated version of Brian Blessed right there? I mean, come on. We got trivia and fun facts. DVD-ROM features. You got scripts, storyboards, and the complete series Bible. That's pretty cool. 2 collectible 4x6 exclusive Flash Gordon art cards by acclaimed comic artist Frank Cho and Gene Ha, and a bonus episode, Defenders of the Earth, Episode 1, Escape from Mongo. All right, so speaking of which, let's move on to the next item in this closer look, shall we? I'm just actually going to put these art cards underneath the ads and in with the booklet there. So we just kind of put the booklet in the box. It sort of rests, it's cut like very precisely. It just kind of goes on, maybe we go here. I can't remember how this fits in here. Just a bit of a pain to get it in there. I think that's more or less right. There we go. Okay. And then just slide her back in. Yeah, so this is great stuff. Of course, as a kid, I never saw all 16 chapters, so it's great to have this DVD set where you can just sit down and binge the whole works. It's fantastic. So next up, we of course have Volume 1 of Defenders of the Earth, in which Ming the Merciless is once again threatening the Earth, but this time Flash doesn't have to fight him alone. He's joined by Mandrake the Magician, Lothar, and the Phantom. Yeah, I think this might be the first time the Phantom actually appeared in animations. Pretty cool. Yeah, and then they're kids, basically, because of course, why not? So Defenders of the Earth Volume 1 has the first 33? Yeah, the first 33 episodes. This was a single season of 65 episodes. It was made for daily syndication, so it originally ran Monday through Friday all week. And, yeah, quite a nice collection. There we go. And then on the bottom, just kind of got your copyright info. And then here we go. So once again, quite a nicely loaded set. Lovely package art here. You can see, again, it's a combination of matte finish and glossy finish, both on the front and the back. Very classy. I like that. And then inside, we actually have 3 slim cases. So it's a fairly sturdy box. You can see some of the artwork continues inside there a little bit. So let's take a look here. So first up, we have Complete Series Discs 1 and 2. And there we go. And then on the back, so quite a pile of episodes there. Only complaint about this, of course, is they're all double-sided discs. Yeah. Now, that said, they're single-layer double-sided discs. The ones that had playback problems most commonly in the past were the ones that were dual-layer double-sided discs. You know, the ones that Universal used to use a lot. Yeah, which thankfully they don't anymore. But if we take a look underneath, we have some lovely character art of the man himself, Flash Gordon. There we go. Then we have discs 3 and 4. And we have the Phantom on the cover. Very nice. All the episodes listed on the back there. And then, of course, once again, double-sided. And did the discs fall out? Yep, they did. Well, one of them did. There we go. So there, of course, we have some character drawings of the Phantom. Very nice. So let's try to put this. Oh, that's great. It's the hub's busted. Oh, well. Such is life. Oh, are they both busted? I think they're both busted. Yep, hub's busted. Well, just snap it shut really quickly. And then finally we have disc 5, featuring Mandrake and Lothar. And there we go. And there we go. And this is also the disc. It has... Does this seriously only have 1 episode? Yeah, it has 1 episode. And then all the extras. However, this is the one and only disc that is not double-sided. Yeah. I think, I don't know, did this come out a little bit later when they were starting to cut corners a bit to save money? I don't know. But anyway, so we got Mandrake and Lothar there. Some nice little character sketches. All right. Then we actually have something a little different this time. We've got kind of this almost dossier-like folder. This is some of the original promotional artwork here. That's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. It's amazing. So then if we just slide this out, we have this little envelope like that. Very nice, eh? Which has, of course, the episode guide, art cards, and hey, more anime. Let's see what anime was coming out that year. When's this one for? Does it say? Doesn't really say the date, but we'll take a quick look here. So we got Full Metal Alchemist, and once again some Basilisk and Dragon Ball Z, and Shinobi live action, and what's this? Tony Hawk Boom Boom Sabotage. Okay, Trinity Blood, Speed Grapher again, more Yu Yu Hakusho, and there we go, whole bunch of good stuff. Oh, Tenchi Muyo, more Case Closed. Oh, Blood. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's just saying Blood. I thought it was talking about Blood the Last Vampire. Yeah, anyway. So, lots of anime there. And then on the back, lots of anime there. Very cool. Very nice little catalog. As I say, cool to have these, archival catalogs just to kind of see what was what at the time. So first off, we'll take a look at the booklet here. So this is the episode guide. And this one's actually done in more of a matte finish. You recall the Flash Gordon one was glossy. So yeah, very nice. They'll have a still from each episode and give you a little, fairly detailed description of each episode. And sometimes they'll have little bits of trivia about the episodes as well, which is quite nice. And there we go. The complete series. Oh, Flash Gordon, the complete series. Sorry, I was thinking that was Defenders of the Earth for a second. I was like, what? They put out a complete series set? No, they didn't. Mill Creek did years later when they re-released it, but that's another story. Okay, so taking a look at the art cards, here we have number 3 of 6, featuring the whole gang. Very nice. And this is artwork by Michael Allred. And once again, you can see the sketch there and some information about him. Wearing a cat suit, apparently, because, of course, why not? And then we have number 4 of 6. Really nice. Phantom, very prominent there. And this one is by Raphael Kayanen. There we go. And again, we get the sketch and some information about the artist. So, very, very nice indeed. There we go. We'll do the same thing again with the box and the lovely art cards there, just while we go over the extras. So, Defenders of the Earth, we have creator interviews, full-length animated storyboard with interactive comparison, the original presentation pilot for Defenders of the Earth, so an alternate version of the pilot story just to kind of pitch the show, image galleries, detailed character profiles, trivia and fun facts, access these on the chapters page for every episode, and a bonus episode, Flash Gordon, Episode 1, A Planet in Peril. There you go. So you get a little bit of cross-promotion there. So the first episode of Flash Gordon. And then the DVD-ROM features, we have scripts, storyboards, and the complete series Bible. Let me just double-check something here. Sometimes they give you a little bit more detail on the back. I'll just put the Phantom there. So we have... yeah, we do, actually. So we have interviews with the creators of Defenders of the Earth. Full episode commentary track for Episode 1, Escape from Mongo, and Episode 26, Terror in Time. The original presentation pilot featured alternate characters and animation. Got comic strip Champions art cards. Got the 2 art cards by Mike Allred and Raphael Kayanen. And, yeah, and there you go. So that's pretty much just a little bit more detail on the back there. But, yeah, very, very nice collection of the first half of Defenders of the Earth. Now I'm just going to put everything back together. Put it all into the nice little envelope here. do it this way. Is it going to go this way? There we go. Okay. And there we go. Very nice, very nice. And I like to just slip it actually between some of the cases just to kind of hold it a little more snugly. And then slide that back into the box. And there we go. Defenders of the Earth. Defenders. Alright. And then we have Volume 2 with the remaining 32 episodes of the series. Very nice. So you can see, of course, heroes on one cover, villains on the other. Ooh. Yeah, they did something similar with the He-Man sets, actually. They kind of showcased different characters on the different volumes, which is cool. I like that. And once again, very similar, matte and glossy. And on the back, this robot dude. And there we go. Tons of special features again. And it looks like this is, yes, this is done exactly the same way. So we got some more promotional artwork here on the envelope. Very, very nice. We'll get into the contents of that in just a moment. So first up, we have... so this one we have the kids. I don't know any of their names. I'm sorry. So we have, I'm guessing, Flash's kid. Kid Flash. There we go. No, not Kid Flash. Anyway. And there we go. I'm guessing much the same thing. Character profiles underneath. Yeah. There we go. Rick Gordon. Okay, it actually gives us their names. So this is Rick Gordon. There you go. Flash and Rick. All right. All right. Oh. And then here we go. Very nice. Yeah, I kind of miss the days of when they would package things like this. It's it seems that packaging has just become more and more minimal over the years. So her name is Jeddah. Is it Jeddah? Hold on. Yes, Jeddah. I don't know. Is she the Phantom's kid, maybe? I don't know. No idea. You can tell I didn't watch this show very much back in the day. But, and it's been quite a while since I watched the pilot movie, so... Anyway. So we got a couple more of the kids here. Looks like disc 5 in this case is nothing but special features. I guess because they have one fewer episode than the other set. So here we have... Let's see, we've got Kashin and BN. Really? That it couldn't even give him a full name? BN. That's great. Kind of sounds like BM. That's not nice. Why would you name him that? That just invites ridicule. Alright, anyway. Very nice. So, let's take a look here. Alright, so taking a look in the envelope once again. Very nice. I kind of like how they did this. It feels like a nice little dossier of stuff, you know. I don't know that they did this with any of the other sets, but I like it. I like it a lot. So we got episode guide for Volume 2. And advertising both Flash Gordon and Volume 1 of Defenders of the Earth. Very nice. I love all that cross-promotion. BCI really did not skimp on the cross-promotion. They really tried, but, you know, again, I think it was just a case of supply outweighing the demand, and they just didn't make enough money to stay in business. They just cranked out so much product in such a short period of time. Like, I got a lot of these on the aftermarket, actually, originally, because they were already gone. So there was a few I had to track down. So next up, we have the last two of the comic strip Champions art cards. Boom! All right. So this is, of course, number 5. Very nice. This is by Mike McCone. You can see the sketch there, as well as some information about the artist. Very nice, very nice. And then finally, number 6 of 6. So we have the whole set. And we get, this one is by Steven Sadowski. And so we get some information about him as well, plus the original sketch. Very nice. Love these art cards. They're such a nice little bonus. And, no anime catalog this time. That's okay. Just meant it took less time to go through everything. So, I'm just going to put everything back in the envelope here. Oh, the art cards didn't make it. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so once again, we'll just pull back a little bit here. And we'll just put these in like so. And slide them on in there. And there we go. There is volume 2. So let's pull way back. Oh, wait a second. We need to go through the extras. I'm in just such a hurry here. Okay. Well, let's look at this here. We'll look at that, and these guys. There, sure, that works. There, just pile of stuff. All right, special features. We got interviews with the creators of Defenders of the Earth, featuring Bruce Malek, David Wise, and Michael Swanigan. We got a full episode commentary track on episode 41, Return of the Sky Band, with David Corbett, Bryce Malek, Lauren Lester, Peter Mark Richmond, David Wise, and Bill Hutton, moderated by Andy Mangles. Detailed character profiles, gallery of original model sheets, a bonus movie. We have the 90-minute feature-length version of The Story Begins, the pilot story, which sets everything up. So that's pretty cool. So I guess it was shown as a TV movie in some markets. We got a bonus episode. Once again, we have the first episode of Flash Gordon as a bonus, Planet in Peril. DVD-ROM, we've got the storyboards and scripts. And then, of course, we have the last 2 art cards. And there you go. So quite a nice loaded package. And where are we going here? We want to go this way. The certain order I like. See, I like them to read left to right, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. And yeah, that's how I put them in there. And there we go. Very nice. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. So here, the complete animated saga of Flash Gordon. Well, actually, not really complete. There's some other Flash Gordon stuff that sadly we just don't have on DVD yet. But hey, these are the first 2, and they're pretty darned awesome. And there you go. So the bad news is these sets are, of course, all out of print. So good luck finding them. You might get lucky on the aftermarket. Just keep an eye out on some of those third-party sellers or eBay listings. But if you just want the shows themselves, there is some light at the end of the tunnel, because both Defenders of the Earth and Flash Gordon were re-released by Mill Creek. So as always, I will include Amazon links to all of the above in the description below. So if you'd like to add any of these to your collection, if you want to try tracking these down, or just get the Mill Creek re-releases, which I think are also out of print, but go for less than the BCI Eclipse ones last I checked, I'll include Amazon links to all of those. And as always, big thanks to those of you who use my Amazon links, because it does go to support the show pretty directly, and I really appreciate that. Alrighty, well, that is it for this time. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Be sure to catch me on Twitch, where I stream just about every day. And I will see you next time. Until then, sayonara.